Once upon a time,
What about tomorrow morning?
a lucky kid like you got the Scholastic Video Collection. A collection of videos based on award-winning picture books by the most beloved authors.
Oh, boy!
These stories are filled with adventure, action, mystery, learning, and lots of fun. Get the stories kids love. The Scholastic Video Collection, available now at stores everywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Miss Nelson has a field day. For some weeks now, gloom had blanketed the Horace B. Smedley School. No one laughed or threw spitballs. No one even smiled. Miss Nelson was worried. Everyone was down in the dumps. Even the cafeteria ladies had lost their sparkle. Mr. Blandsworth was so depressed, he hid under his desk. "It's the worst team in the whole state," he said. And it was true. The Smedley Tornadoes were just pitiful. They hadn't won a game all year. They hadn't scored even a single point. And lately, they seemed only interested in horsing around and in giving Coach the business. "Why practice?" they said. "We'll only lose anyway." "We're in for it now," said old Pop Hansen, the janitor. "The big Thanksgiving game is coming up, and the werewolves from Central are real animals." "They'll make mincemeat out of our team." "What's to be done?" said Miss Nelson. "We need a real expert," said Pop. That afternoon, while Miss Nelson was grading papers, she heard wild laughter. It was coming from the teacher's lounge. Coach Armstrong had cracked up. "I'll make us a fresh pot of coffee," said Miss Nelson. When Coach had calmed down, Miss Nelson took him home in a taxi. "You need a nice long rest," she said.
Attention students, there will be no football practice today.
Hey, Coach Armstrong will be out for a long time with the measles.
Who will take his place? Said the kids. When Miss Nelson passed by Lulu's after school, a serious discussion was going on. We need someone who can really get the team into shape for the big Thanksgiving game, said one kid. Someone who knows how to get results. It's too bad Miss Viola Swamp isn't around. Who? Said a kid who was new in town. Huh, you've never heard of Viola Swamp? The meanest substitute in the whole wide world? She's a real witch. She'd have no trouble getting results. Mr. Blandsworth happened to overhear. He said. Said Miss Nelson. And she wasted no time getting home. After rummaging around in her closet, she found what she was looking for. An ugly black sweatsuit. Then she made an important phone call. "I'll be right there," said the voice on the other end.
Attention students, there will be football practice today as usual. A special substitute will be filling in for Coach Armstrong.
"Whoever it is," said the guys, "let's really give them the business." The doors to Coach's office flew open, and out stepped a lady in an ugly black dress.
My name is Viola Swamp,
said the lady,
and I am here to get results.
"It's Blandsworth!" "Oh, rats," said Blandsworth. "How could they tell?" Just then, the guys heard the sound of squeaky tennis shoes. "I am Coach Swamp," said the lady in the black sweatsuit. "Holy smoke!" cried the team. "The swamp!" The team's fullback tried to pussyfoot away. "Not so fast, Mr. Smarty," said Coach Swamp. "Wow! Did you see that tackle?" Coach Swamp was a real expert. She put the team to work right away. The guys had never done so many leg raises. "More!" said Coach Swamp. They had never run so fast. "Faster!" yelled Coach Swamp. "This is murder!" said the guys. "Pipe down!" said Coach Swamp.
Let's go! Come on, pick it up! Let's go party out there! Give me more! I want to see more!
In only a matter of days, the Smedley Tornadoes were looking better. Coach Swamp really gave them the business. Mr. Blandsworth was a little puzzled, however.
Who is that, Miss Swamp?"
He said.
"Maybe Miss Nelson knows. I'll go ask."
Miss Nelson was busy grading papers when Blandsworth looked in.
"I don't want to disturb her,"
said Blandsworth. She probably doesn't know anyway. Down on the field, Coach Swamp was having a little talk with the team.
And don't ever think you can horse around again,
She said.
because the swamp will be watching.
When Coach Armstrong returned after his rest, he was very surprised by what he found. The guys played like a real team.
How did this happen?
Said Coach Armstrong. Said the guys.
Medley, tornadoes, go, go, go! We're number one, can't be number two. We're gonna beat the whoopsies out of you.
On Thanksgiving Day, the tornadoes clobbered the werewolves 77-3. It was a great day for the Horace Beast Medley School. Mr. Blansworth treated the whole team to hot dogs at Lulu's. Miss Nelson went home tired and happy. Sometimes you just have to get tough, she told her sister Barbara. And by the way, thanks for filling in for me. Anytime, said Barbara. Anytime. Miss Nelson is back. One Friday, Miss Nelson told her class that she was going to have her tonsils out. "I'll be away next week," she said, "and I expect you to behave,"
Yes, Miss Nelson.
said the kids in 207. But at recess, it was another story. "Wow," said the kids. "While Miss Nelson is away, we can really act up." "Not so fast," said a big kid from 309. "Haven't you ever heard of Viola Swamp?" "Who?" said Miss Nelson's kids. "Miss Swamp is the meanest substitute in the whole world," said the big kid. "Nobody acts up when she's around." "Ooh," said Miss Nelson's kids. "She's a real witch," said the big kid. "Ooh," said Miss Nelson's kids. "I'll just bet you get the swamp," said the big kid. On Monday morning, Miss Nelson's kids were all in their seats. They were very nervous. Some of them had not slept well all weekend. "If we get the swamp, I'll just die," said one kid. They heard footsteps in the hall. Slowly, the knob turned, and the door opened. It was Mr. Blansworth, the principal. "I shall personally take over this class," he said. Miss Nelson's kids were so relieved. But they soon learned that Mr. Blansworth was not a lot of fun. All morning, Mr. Blansworth tried to amuse the class with his corny card tricks. "Oh, brother," said the class. Woof, woof. That afternoon, Mr. Blansworth showed the class his favorite shadow pictures. Woof, woof, woof. "This is kid stuff," said the class. Tweet, tweet. Caw, caw. The next day, Mr. Blansworth demonstrated his favorite bird calls. Honk, cock-a-doodle-doo. They were not a success. Hoo, hoo, ba-caw, ba-caw. And for 2 days, Mr. Blansworth showed slides of his goldfish, Lucille. Miss Nelson's kids had never been so bored. While dusting erasers in the schoolyard, 3 of the ringleaders of 207 discussed the situation. "Something will have to be done," they said. "We must get rid of Blansworth." And they hatched a plot. After school, they painted and sewed and borrowed some old clothes. And they practiced some very difficult stunt work in the backyard. The next day, they weren't in class. "That's too bad," said Mr. Blansworth. "They'll miss all the excitement." Mr. Blansworth was about to show the class his collection of ballpoint pens from all over the world when someone came to the door. Slowly, the knob turned, and the door opened. "Oh, look," said the class. "Miss Nelson is back." A tall and lumpy Miss Nelson tottered into the room. Mr. Blansworth was surprised. "You're back sooner than we expected," he said. The tall and lumpy Miss Nelson didn't speak. Said the kids. "Her throat must still be sore." "Are you sure you're well enough?" said Mr. Blansworth. "She's sure," said the kids. "Well, in that case," said the principal, "I'll be getting back to the office. Nice to have you back, Miss Nelson." And he left the room. "Hot dog!" cried the class. "We got rid of Blansworth!
Now we can do just as we please.
And at the stroke of 10, the kids from 207 left the building. No one stopped them. They went straight to the movies, where they saw The Monster That Ate Chicago twice.
This is really living,
they said. Afterward, they went to Lulu's, where they stuffed themselves silly. But soon, they made a serious mistake. Heading back to school, they passed Miss Nelson's house. Miss Nelson couldn't believe her eyes.
Those are my kids,
She said in a scratchy voice.
What are they doing out of school? And who is that with them?
Miss Nelson telephoned Mr. Blansworth to see what was going on. "You're not Miss Nelson," said Blansworth. "Miss Nelson is back." And he hung up. "Can't fool me," he said.
Said Miss Nelson. Something will have to be done.
And she went to her closet. Back in 207, Miss Nelson's kids were spending an agreeable afternoon. They were very pleased with themselves.
We should do this more often,
they said. They did not notice the figure out in the hall. Slowly, the knob turned, and the door opened.
My name is Viola Swamp,
said the lady in a scratchy voice. "Yipes!" cried the kids. "The Swamp!"
That's right,
said Miss Swamp.
and I'm here to whip this class into shape. Get back to those desks on the double.
The class did as it was told. The big kid from 309 was certainly right. Miss Swamp was a real witch. She knew how to get results. The class did a whole week's work in no time. "We shouldn't have gotten rid of Blansworth," they said.
Pipe down,
Said the Swamp.
or...
Just then, something under a desk attracted her attention. It was a mask,
Aha!
said Miss Swamp.
So that's your little game.
And she tried on the mask just as Mr. Blansworth stepped into the room. "Miss Nelson," said Blansworth, "I'm of the opinion that someone has been impersonating you."
Uh-oh,
whispered the kids,
You don't say.
said Miss Swamp.
Probably just some kids acting up. I'm sure it won't happen again.
And Mr. Blansworth left.
And it won't, will it?
Said Miss Swamp to the class.
Because the swamp will be watching.
A minute later, Miss Nelson appeared.
I'm back,
She said.
Hot dog!
Cried the kids.
Are we glad to see you? Didn't you have fun with Mr. Blansworth?
Asked Miss Nelson. Said the kids. They decided not to mention Miss Viola Swamp. But they wondered why Miss Nelson hadn't seen her in the hall.